This is Gracelyn Keller with the Becker Business and Private Equity Podcast, and I'm sitting next to Scott Becker right now. So, Scott, what's on your mind this morning?
Well, thank you so much. This is going to be a quick market update, 6 quick points. And thank you, Grace, and thank you, Jeremy Core, as well. So the 6 points we've got today are as follows. First, the market's pointing up today, at least vaguely up this morning, which is fantastic. Second, Dr. Steve Klasko is on the agenda today, so it's going to be a remarkable day. Third, we've got a situation today where yesterday the markets were essentially flat. After starting off down, they ended up fine, relatively flat, with the NASDAQ slightly down. Third or fourth, cannabis stocks continue to get trounced this year, and it's really a fascinating thing. And a lot of that, I think, is related to the fact that cannabis companies, cannabis everything, is still not federally legal from a banking financing standpoint. It's also a situation where it's being taxed so much in every different state that so much of the cannabis business remains outside of the illegal market. They say on California that 80% plus of the cannabis market's done outside of the legal market, and that seems to be the case in Illinois and a lot of other states as well. Next, you've got Bitcoin. Bitcoin has rallied to $28,000 plus this year so far. It's up 70% year to date, and that's a vast improvement from the fall it had taken last year. Finally, on the Treasury side, I've got 2 more points this morning. The Treasury yields, the 10-year Treasury yield has fallen back to 3.43%. That's down about 6 basis points in the last day or two. And that's a sign long-term that people view potentially a recession coming and that the Fed will have to slow on rate hikes. The flip side of that is our last point today is oil. Oil is again jumping up on OPEC production cuts. And it's just a stark reminder. Oil's back to $81 a barrel. It's just a stark reminder to all of us that control of our energy independence is so important. And that's sort of a fascinating situation. It's when OPEC cuts prices, you have the Washington administration, Janet Yellen, saying that wasn't very nice of them. And it just really points to the fact of how important it is as a nation that we have energy independence and aren't dependent upon people that have been historically not necessarily the same interests as us who control the flow of oil. So energy independence is so important. Those are 6 points we're following today. And we'll see how the day continues on. Thank you so much for listening to the Becker Business and Private Equity Podcast and the Becker Business Minute Podcast. Thank you very much.